Hello everyone and welcome to another NizCast. I guess. I of course am Niz. We're casting the Semi-Pro Cup Series as we do every Sunday night. We've got some semi-final action here and it's going to be best of one, first of all. We do already have a team waiting in the finals. It's going to be Agent Flow +4. But the important thing is that it's the $100. It's the last Sunday of the month, so it's $100 on the line.
10 seconds
so whoever
remaining.
wins this game and then goes on to play up against Agent Flow, and whoever wins that will be walking away with a little extra money in their pockets, a little bit of extra pizza money on top of the regular bragging rights that we always have accompanying the Semi-Pro Cup Series.
Radiant team ban.
Without further ado, let's introduce who we've got in this game. We've got Ritsu Fan Club playing on the Radiant side. If you're following along in the brackets, it's going to be Zenokid. And they're going up against a team that didn't tag up on the Dire side, but they're going to be Mountain Dew.
Team ban.
Once again, guys, if you're interested in following along in the brackets, just go to semiprodota.com, and there's a little button there on the top right-ish that you can click to go and look at the brackets, and that's also the same place that you're going to be able to go to sign up if you want to play it next week. So if you're interested in that, grab 4 friends or 4 randoms or 4, I don't know, 4 whatever people that can sign up and create a team and get go and see how deep you can run into the tournament. But let's catch up with the draft here. We've got Lifestealer, Alchemist, Invoker, and Witch Doctor already banned out by our Dire side. And the Radiant side, they banned out the Doom, the Beastmaster, the Vengeful Spirit, and the Bounty Hunter. As for our picks, it was a first pick, Faceless Void, and then we had Timbersaw and Lion as the response pick. And then Skywrath Mage is going to round out our first round of picks, but already interesting picks. Certainly picks that we're not really too used to seeing. We've been casting a lot of the Dota 2 Canada Cup recently. And yeah, these are heroes and picks that are a little bit out of the meta. Or at least not kind of seen so much. I wouldn't really call Faceless Void or Timbersaw out of the meta. Skywrath, he's played very, very infrequently. Lion, of course, one of the big supports right now. But one of the other big supports, Earth Spirit, just got picked up by our Dire side as well. So Mountain Dew picking that up, and they've already got their double support combo there. And Timbersaw, we don't know where he's going to go. We have seen Timbersaw played in 2 lanes primarily. It's the off lane and the safe lane, and it all depends on the kind of draft and how the lanes look like they're going to be setting up. It is definitely an option, I think, for them to have Timbersaw going up against Faceless Void if there is the chance that they want to kind of go aggressive with the lane and leave the Timbersaw safe lane. Or they could just go really greedy, I guess, but I don't know how you can do that really with their lineup right now unless you're putting Earth Spirit in the off lane, but that doesn't really make too much sense. So right now I think the Timbersaw best looking like he's going to be in the off lane. But there is I guess the off chance that they could put him safe lane still. We expect the Faceless Void to be off lane for the Radiant. I think Faceless Void, safe lane Faceless Void, or carry Faceless Void is a thing of the past. I don't think we're going to see too much of that anymore. But they're definitely taking their time with their pick here. So it's a little bit interesting that we did have that Faceless Void opening up the draft. We've primarily seen a lot of focus on Phoenix in the games we've recently cast, and surprisingly, he's still around in the pool. So he was neither picked nor banned in the first round, which is very unusual. But then we had both of these kind of off-lane picks picked up. We're kind of getting used to seeing a little bit more off-lane picks picked up early in the draft. We see Darkseer get picked up, Beastmaster, of course, one of the big ones in the current meta, and Doom. I guess he's picked a lot early on, not necessarily strictly as an offlaner, but the fact that he has that versatility. So he could be an offlaner, he could be a greedy position for support that you throw in the jungle. They're going to go with Earthshaker here. So second support, and this is a combo that we used to see a long time ago, probably 2 years, maybe even a little bit more ago, this roaming duo of Skywrath Mage and Earthshaker. Typically pair that up with a support or a safe lane farmer that you can really leave alone by himself. I'm not really sure who that's going to be going up against a Timbersaw unless they're looking at something like a Slark or something along those lines. But either way, you roam both those heroes together and they are so deadly. But you know, they can even roam by themselves. You can leave one in the safe lane with your support and just kind of keep that other one off the map. Back when we used to see these supports, there was a huge emphasis on pulling and pull-throughs and stacking the jungle. We do see a little bit of that, but nowhere near the same kind of focus as we did back then when Skywrath and Earthshaker were played a lot. But that also allowed one of those heroes to pretty much stay off the map. And all of a sudden, it would be Earthshaker showing up in the mid lane, long range fissure, and all of a sudden you have a kill in the mid lane. Same with the Skywrath mage. All of a sudden he shows up, you're slowed, you're silenced, you've got damage coming in, and just that immediate, all of a sudden damage that's coming out from long ranges. They're both long range initiation in terms of early ganks. And then of course, if you get in the option, or if you get in the scenario where both of them can stay off the map, whereas, you know, maybe the bottom lane's pushing, or maybe they just ducked out of the bottom lane, quick smoke, rotate very quickly, and all of a sudden, you know, the mid laner's in a lot of trouble. But they're going to go with the Anti-Mage here. A little bit surprising that they're picking the Anti-Mage into both a Faceless Void and a Skywrath. You've got the silence from Skywrath, preventing Anti-Mage from being able to blink away. Faceless Void, of course, Chronosphere being able to lock the Anti-Mage down and allowing the other members of this Radiant side to pick away at him. And there's that Slark pickup that I was hinting at. So that's who their safe lane farmer is going to be. But I'm a little bit surprised that Anti-Mage pickup. I think it's a little risky, given what this Radiant side is already showing in the draft. That being said, though, once the Anti-Mage gets his Manta up, that silence pretty much means nothing to him. So he's only really going to have to worry quite a bit about the Chrono. One of the strong counters to the Chrono is obviously the Vengeful Spirit, but that was banned out in the second round. And I guess Earth Spirit is a decent counter as well to the Chrono. Dragon Knight, the final ban from our Dire side. So Mountain Dew, we're removing that from the pool, as both teams looking for a mid laner.
10 seconds remaining.
The pick coming out of the bans is going to be for our Radiant side. So Ritsu Fan Club, they get the choice here. So they're going to be able to ban out whoever they want and then have their choice of pick. But they're going to have to make it soon because they got 5 seconds left on the ban here. They'll get some more extra time before the pick. They're going to ban Razor.
Phantom Assassin.
And Phantom Assassin's going to be the pick. So we're going to have a PA mid.
Tinker.
Slark safe lane, Faceless Void off. Maybe we're going to have the Skywrath Mage mid with the Phantom Assassin. I guess the Earthshaker could be mid with the Phantom Assassin as well. Or instead, and then have the Skywrath safe. But it's going to be a Tinker on the Dire side here. So I'm always pretty vocal about how much I absolutely hate Tinker as a hero. We're going to see him again this game. We had a bunch of disconnects here. What the heck is going on? A lot of disconnects, but hopefully they'll be back in, and we'll be ready to go. As once again, guys, this is the Semi-Pro Cup Series at semiprodota.com. We're in the semifinals. Winner of this will go on to play Agent Flow +4 in the Grand Finals, where the winner will take home $100. Yeah, it looks like everyone's reconnecting here. Just waiting on the players to be ready here. Oh, waiting. I actually didn't even make note of some of the avatars. I don't even know who this Slark is. I realized it was said in chat, "Hi Ritsu," but I don't know if that's actually Ritsu playing the Slark. I gotta look away from the fountain. That sound is driving me nuts. But I guess the focus for both teams right now, obviously, Tinker is going to allow the Anti-Mage to go late into the game. There we go, we're going to get the game on pause. We'll talk a little bit more about that in a second. As first, we got to introduce our teams and our players. So on our Radiant side is going to be Team Zenokid. They're going by Ritsu Fan Club in game. We've got WWD playing the Phantom Assassin for them. Bunch of hashtags or number signs or pounds, whatever you want to refer to them as. He's going to be playing the Slark, maybe Ritsu, not sure. We've got Joanna playing the Earthshaker. Jonathan's playing the Faceless Void. And Yes is going to be playing the Skywrath Mage. On to our Dire side, they're Mountain Dew in the brackets. Unfortunately, they haven't tagged up in game. We got Banana Diane. And they're going to be playing the Timbersaw. We've got Kappa playing the Earth Spirit. Whiskey's going to be playing the Anti-Mage. Alrin's going to be on the Lion. And Alacrity is going to be playing the Tinker.
30 seconds to battle.
In terms of starting items, nothing too surprising. We got 4 clarities up on the Earthshaker. No regen on the Skywrath Mage, so that's something, I guess, a little noteworthy. But for the most part, all the starting items look roughly pretty standard here. Looks like Jonathan's going to come in and try to contest Alacrity here. Who's going to have the faster fingers? Who's going to be able to click first? It's going to be Jonathan. So already the Ritsu Fan Club off to a lead here as they pick up both bounty runes as they start taking to their lanes. Unfortunately, well, I guess unfortunately for them, the XP change or the XP removal from that initial bounty rune isn't going to give them as much as a lead as it would in previous patches. But it looks like we are going to have the Phantom Assassin going up against the Tinker in the mid lane, but they need to be a little bit careful because here comes Alrin and Kappa as the 2 supports from our Dire side are smoked up. Going to try to go for a wraparound here, but now they've kind of bailed out of that plan. They're going to start heading up towards the top where the offlane Faceless Void going up against the safe lane farming Anti-Mage. Well, the Faceless Void, he's overextended here. And he's in trouble. He does have Time Walk. They're going to place an Observer Ward in behind. There comes the roll in. And Jonathan Time walks away, but Alrin's there already waiting for him. Earthspike going to be on the mark. Whiskey, Kappa, and Alrin should be able to get this kill, I imagine. They're going to need a couple more auto attacks. One more. There it is. As Alrin gets it on the line. As we jump down to the bottom lane where we got Timbersaw and a pause. He's going up against safe lane farming Slark, and he's protected by both an Earthshaker and a Skywrath Mage. Is unfortunately, again, need another... And once again, need to pause, and we need to reconnect here. As they're saying a BM pause after they waited, and he's stuck there. Jonathan's sitting at 3 seconds left on his respawn. Our hard carry noob and middle. There we go. We got the reconnect. Let's get back into the game. Our mid lane looks pretty even so far. Just one. CS lead for Alacrity. But there we go. WWD catches back up. Looks like both are having their way in terms of denies. Is both sitting at 3 denies already.
Denied.
A little bit of harass in the mid lane. It's WWD. He's got plenty of regen though. It's not like Alacrity's going to be able to force him out of the lane. They really need some rotations towards the mid from both sides to be able to shut down this mid hero. Or maybe they're just both accepting the fact that those heroes are just going to be able to farm away. There's not really too much they can do about it. Scary part about it is how much Tinker's going to be able to control the game if he gets a fast boot to travel. And they do kind of have ways to deal with them.
Double damage.
Of course, they've got the Skywrath Mage, which is decent against the Tinker. The long-range fissures from Earthshaker. Of course, once he gets his Blink Dagger, makes it even easier. As they're going to get a fissure off in the mid lane. As here's that roaming duo once again. Skywrath and Earthshaker make their way towards mid and get a kill there. As Ritsu Fan Club get on the board. Yes, going down to 150 HP. Alrin coming in is going to get the Hex off. Doesn't have mana for an Earthspike. He's so close, though. Needs a couple more for it to tick up. It's going to come, but it's going to come a little bit too late. Or no, it's not. It's going to catch him in the trees. So Yes and Alrin trade lives. And now we're all evened up at 2 kills apiece. Man, it was really looking like Auron wasn't going to get that kill there. He was just a little bit short on mana. I was thinking maybe he was going to try to pop the clarity to get a couple quick ticks. But he didn't. He waited it out and he was patient. And it just barely paid off for him as yes. I think he felt he had the kill and all of a sudden that Earth Spike came out and was like, oh. I'm a dead Skywrath. That was up here. He's going to roll on in. On to Yes. As Yes has been pushed up all the way to the tower. Jonathan went and stole the creep wave. But the Skywrath's going to go down here. Whiskey getting down to a little bit low HP, 100 HP. But there's not really too much he really needed to worry about there. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Diane's going to get Fissure blocked off, but just barely has the range to reach there with the Timber Chain. Of course, could have just ran off towards the right and then Timber Chained up anyways. Quite difficult for the Earthshaker to really stop a Timber Saw in the off lane. Skywrath is a little bit better at it. Alright, Frumpo, I'm reading chat. I'll let them know in the next lobby. They gotta get there though. Oh, Jonathan gonna get a bash proc here on a Whiskey. So once again, Whiskey hovering around that 100 HP mark, but it's quite difficult for Auron, or for Jonathan to be able to really follow up. Auron threw out the Earth Spike just to disengage him, but of course he still has the Hex there as well. But here's Yes up in the top lane. Yes, he's gonna engage onto Auron here, and Auron's gonna get a double Earth Spike, but I don't think he's gonna be able to escape this gank. As there he goes. So we jump back towards the mid lane where we're still relatively even. 19 and 3 CS for WWD. Alacrity sitting at 21 and 5. Let's quickly compare our two offlaners. Both really, I mean, Diane sitting at 5 and 0 CS.
Stop.
As the Earthshaker goes down at the bottom rune. But Diane sitting at 5 and 0 CS, just level 3.5. Compare that to Jonathan in the top lane. He's just about to hit level 6. He's sitting at 22 and 3 CS, so already a huge lead for the Ritsu fan club in terms of their offlaner. Now we take a look at the safe laners. We got level 5 and about a third for the Slark, as he's leading at 29 and 10 CS. And the Animage, man, he's been getting pressured. Whiskey, 13 and 3. So another win there in terms of the two hard carries. One of the big things is how close is Alacrity to getting his Boots of Travel completed. He's at 600 gold right now, as we kind of expect him to work on his Soul Ring first. Typically see Bottle, Soul Ring, Boots of Travel. So once again, Johanna and Kappa run into each other at the bottom rune. And we caught the end of it last time, what happened when Kappa picked up an Illusion rune. And this time's really not going to be too much different, as Diane Timber Chains in. Doesn't do any damage to the Earthshaker, but Kappa's got it anyways, just smacking him with his... What is that? Is that a staff? I don't even know if that's a staff. It's a pillar, I guess. Joanna on the respawn. TP's down towards the bottom. Maybe they're going to try to set something up here, but there's no offlaner. They're already way back. Top lane. We're going to see our first chrono of the game as Jonathan's going to toss it down. He's going to try to bring down Auron, but Kappa TP's in. And now Jonathan is going to lose all his mana right as his Time Walk comes off cooldown. Nice little job sucking off the mana there from Auron. As Whiskey blinks ahead, does a little bit of body blocking, but no damage actually came in. And Jonathan's going to be able to get away.
Gotcha.
You know, on the bottom lane, we've got a pounce from the Slark and a lock down the Timber Saw. And yes, they're providing some damage, and they will get the kill. 4 to 5 now. For the in favor, I guess, of Mountain Dew.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
It looks like Whiskey's... He's just showing the Ring of Health right now. Is that going to be the Vanguard build that we've been seeing a lot more players experimenting with? Or is that just going to be a standard Battle Fury? Jonathan, first hit bash. Looks like WWD's gone for phase boots as his first item. We're still waiting to see what the next thing's going to be with 400. And notice the max of reactive armor. Kind of a new build that we've been seeing from Timbersaws as well. WWD tosses in a dagger. Will he be able to jump in here? His Blink Strike has just come off cooldown. But he goes for Kappa and forces Kappa to roll away. But Alacrity already at 1,500 gold, so he might not even go for the Soul Ring. He might go straight for the Boots of Travel. As Yes gets a kill in the bottom as they dive past the tier 1, but Yes, very low HP. Kappa's here trying to get a kill. Kick a rock, it'll just stun up the Slark. As Yes is going to deny himself to the Ancients. Didn't spend out his gold though, so he did lose gold for that. Joanna doesn't have any mana, but here comes WWD as he comes jumping on in. It's going to be a first kill on the board for the Phantom Assassin.
Something in your eyes.
As Alacrity comes in, drops the March of the Machines.
Regeneration.
It looks like everyone on the side of Ritsu Fan Club going to be able to get away safely. But WWD, he's not done. He's going to go in for more. Going to bring down the Timbersaw down to half HP. You know, on the top lane, Whiskey down around half HP, and we've got Yes rotating up, and he's smoked. There's the Chrono. We're going to have a TP in from Kappa to try and help. But Whiskey's going to be silenced up, and Jonathan time walks away, and Yes will be able to get the kill with one last auto attack. But it might be another death for the Skywrath Mage. Currently 6-4-0 right now with hero record, but Kappa will go down, so Yes won't die this time. And it's another kill for the Skywrath Mage as he just laps it up there.
Dire's top tower
And
is
it's going to
under
be a
attack.
Helm of Iron Will, so we're going to see the Veil as the first item pickup. I was thinking maybe you'd go into the Arcane Boots at that point, but no, it's going to be the Veil as the first item pickup. Well, Yes is going to get caught again as Alrin's going to find him. Alacrity's going to be there for the kill.
Such a high
And that's already Boots of Travel purchased. Whiskey's still not showing us what that next item's going to be. Whether it's going to be the Battle Fury or the Vanguard, but he has gone for Treads.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
What about Slark? This Treads Aquila 1,000 gold. We'll see if he goes for Midas. And haven't seen anything from WWD apart from this Ring of Health. Surprisingly, this game's been a little bit slow
Radiant's bottom tower
compared to
is
what
under
we're used to seeing in previous weeks. We had a flurry of kills the last 2 weeks, I think, have just been absolutely nuts in terms of hero kills. And some of those games even had Tinkers. We're not going to see it here this game. And I realize we're sitting at 14 kills 11 minutes in, which isn't exactly the slowest thing, as we're going to get, oh, not another kill. Unless this is going to be able to get it. Nope. Close though. I think I saw 13 there. Jonathan gonna get a Chrono off. He's gonna lock down Alacrity. He's gonna eat some of the March of the Machines, but there's just nowhere near enough damage there. Of course, the bash procs don't do double damage in Chronosphere anymore, so it's very difficult for a Faceless Void to be able to bring down a target like that this early on.
Tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Tinker back at it again. 300 gold on the Earthshaker, so keep tabs on his Blink Dagger. And 260 on the line. Is Alacrity going to get silenced up, but once again, not enough damage to follow it up, as there wasn't enough mana for the ultimate from Yes. As Kappa comes in, kicks him around a little bit.
Dire's top tower.
But where is WWD going? He is way too deep right now, and he's going to try to run away. He's going to run right uphill into a finger bang from Alrin. Meanwhile, around the top rune, we've got more action. As Kappa is going to try to disengage and roll away, but he's going to run right into a Slark pounce. So you have a kill going either way, but that's going to be advantage for Dire's side. Of course, it's the mid-PA versus just the position 4 support. Either way, it's buying time for the Animage to keep farming. And Shadow Blade gets completed by the Slark. We've got 1,200 gold on the Faceless Void, which should be pretty much the end of his Vlads, and there it is. Earthshaker's picked up his boots, so now he starts working towards his blink. And there's that Veil completed by Yes.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
And there it is. We got the Vanguard pickup by the Animages. There's action above us, but we're going to look at this one. As Joanna's going to go down. In the meantime, we have the Tinker dying to the Slark. So once again, another kill. Another set of kills, trade hands, one on each side, but this time it's the Dire side getting the short end of the stick. So we lose the Tinker compared to just the Earthshaker. Oh, Auron, he's got a Slark in pursuit, and he's going to get pounced up. And Slark's going to be able to get that kill. Now Jonathan leaps on in. He does have Chrono, but he's going to be silenced up by the Magnetize, and he's going to run right into another Remnant. And now he's going to throw out the Chrono, but it's off the mark. It misses everyone as Jonathan stunned up there. Now he's going to try to run, and he's not going to be able to get very far. As Whiskey jumps on in, uses the Mana Void to get the kill there. But WWD pushing in the bottom lane.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
This game is shaping up to be who can rat better right now. Is WWD going to jump on in onto Kappa as Yes sets up another kill, and we'll get it with an Arcane Bolts. And once again, I'm missing another kill from the Slark on the Tinker as Alacrity gets picked off. So, you know, I was saying maybe we're seeing a little bit of a slower game compared to what we've been used to in the last couple of weeks. But now they're starting to pick it up. We're starting to see a lot more kills.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
He's got another 1,900 gold up on the Slark. He's going to cut the creep wave in the mid. We're going to see the tier 2 tower starting to take some damage, as well as the bottom. Now Jonathan in a little bit of a man fight here with Whiskey. There's Jonathan. Not really going to be able to do much, but lose a bunch of mana there in that exchange.
Dire's bottom tower
doing up against a Faceless Void with a Vanguard. Shadow Blade completed by Slark as he pops the Invis and goes hunting once again. He's going to run right into Kappa. He gets immediately silenced up by Yes. And it's another kill. This Skywrath Mage, 10-5-1 right now. Now Auron gets a stun off onto Joanna. There's the finger bang. Earthshaker gets deleted. But will the Lion be able to get away? It looks like he will. Slark not able to finish it off as WWD gets hit by a Mana Void, but he's sitting at basically full mana, so it doesn't really do much to him. But he does go down in the end. In the meantime, Yes in the back lines managed to get that kill onto Auron. The Lion eventually went down, and now he comes in and gets another one as he drops the Timbersaw. Alacrity wants a little bit of revenge. He's going to TP in. He's not going to find it. 130 HP left alive, left on the Skywrath Mage. As Yes continues to do so much work in this game. Sky just collecting all the kills. See in the chat, absolutely loving that whiffed Chrono by Jonathan in the Dire jungle earlier on.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Hey man, sometimes Chronos hit 5 heroes, sometimes they hit 0 heroes. It's the average that matters. Or something like that. Oh, here comes the Ritsu fan club. They're hunting. Are they gonna find someone? They're gonna find a rock. A bunch of destroyed trees. No, it's very difficult for them to engage in this position, but Auron might be in trouble. He's rotating through mid, and he's in a very risky position. Fissure, pounce. Dark Pact, easy kill. Jonathan jumps in. He gets one. That was very close to getting a second. Kappa was very close by. Either way, it is going to get them a kill on this Timbersaw. And now the Magnetize comes down. Whiskey's going to come up, try to help, but Kappa's dead already. WWD running the wrong way, forgetting where his base is. But he's just going to turn around and man up on Whiskey. And that's going to force Whiskey to run away as once again the Slark drops Alacrity. And the Tinker takes his third death to the Slark. Now Ritsu Fan Club working on this tier 2 tower in the top. Should be easily able for them to take it before there's any kind of resistance from the Dire. Question is, will he keep pushing into the high ground? They look like they're sticking around. How long before Chrono? 67 seconds. They're not going to have that. They're going to have everything else up. Silence and some damage. A really whiffed Mystic Flare there from Yes, but they're going to be able to get the kill anyways with the Fissure. As Alrin comes in, gets a stun off onto Yes. It's Yes, does a little juke, turns around. It worked on Whiskey and Diane, but he unfortunately ran right into some heat-seeking missiles. So once again, we get a trade of 2 supports. 22-12 now is the Ritsu Fan Club. Out ahead is... I haven't even switched over to net worth yet. We've had so much action, but it is the Slark ahead at 11k. Then we've got WWD at 8.8. And then it's Jonathan at 7.6. And then we start looking at some of the heroes from the Dire side. And Alacrity is going to get a kill there in the bottom onto WWD.
You've been wounded.
Oh, now he's going to get echoed up by Joanna. But won't be able to finish it off. His cap is there with a rock to stun him up. Here comes the Slark, though. He's hunting. He jumps on in with the pounce. He should be able to get this kill into Earth Spirit. Or will he? Alrin's in here as well. He's going to throw out the Earth Spike, but nice Dark Pact there is going to cleanse it off. Now, will the Slark be able to get out of there safely? He's going to pop into his ultimate. He starts running Mana Void, and they will be able to bring him down. Unstoppable streak going to Alacrity as he gets it there with the heat-seeking missile. Whiskey taking some damage here in the mid lane. Jonathan going to time walk forward. Crow's going to land. And that's a dead Anti-Mage. And I was seeing a little bit of trash talking in the chat from Frempo, saying that his Chronos never hit 0 heroes. So I know there's some Twitch chat investigators out there. Feel free to comb through his Dota buff and find a match.
Double damage.
I did see that shot at me for not casting your games. It's not hard, dude. Just go to semiprodota.com, sign up, make it to the semifinals and the finals, and I'll definitely cast your game. It's easy, dude. Easy. WWD collecting a hero kill on the bottom as he drops Alrin. We got more in the mid lane as the Slark's hunting. This time he's not going to go for the Tinker. He's going to go for the Earth Spirit instead. He gets that kill as Alacrity now picks up a Dagon, so he's going to want to be looking for some kills and bursting down targets. WWD's off, hiding in the trees, looking to engage. He's just going to toss a dagger at Alacrity. He's starting to use that Battle Fury to chew through the trees to get a little bit closer. Let's take a quick look at our gold graph and see what the lead is. It's about 14k in favor of the Ritsu Fan Club. XP looking around the same. It's a little bit less at 11k.
Dire's structures are fortified.
But either way, this is Radiant's game, and they're going to get another kill onto Alacrity as this Tinker has really not worked out for them so far. We could bring up our scoreboard here. We can see that is the 5th death for the Tinker. We've got 7 deaths on the Lion, 9 on the Earth Spirit. And, you know, it looked like early on that the Skywrath Mage was feeding and dying a lot. He's got 6 deaths. But the more important part is the 12 kills. As they drop the Timbersaw there, Slark's going to get hexed up. Going to get a bunch of his mana drained away, but WWD just jumps in and disposes of Alrin. And now they want more. They're going to go after Kappa here. They're diving past the tier 3 towers, past the racks, all the way to the tier 4s, and still getting kills. We got 4 heroes dead on the side of Mountain Dew. Fissure going to stun up Whiskey, and oh my goodness, so much damage. That Echo Saber with the double attack.
Tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And tier 3 tower starting to get low in the bottom lane. Already lost the one in the mid.
Dire's bottom tower.
Now they're going to start working on the racks as Earthshaker now picks up his Blink Dagger as well. Alacrity doing the best that he can to throw down some March of the Machines to get as much damage in. But Whiskey goes down. Nice fissure setup once again from the Earthshakers. We've got fights on either side here, so I'm trying to get everything on the camera here for you guys. Well, Auron's going to get daggered up. Jonathan still has Chrono, so he might just throw it down here and they might just be able to turn this. But as soon as he does, he immediately gets hexed up by Auron. Great play there by the Lion. He didn't just hex immediately either. He waited until the Void started turning around. We have a smoke here from Mountain Dew as they're going to go hunting. The two supports in the Timber Saw. Now Alacrity's here as well. They're going to bait their own Tinker. And the Slark's hunting. He comes in Viz and he's just going to pop the smoke. And they don't have any detection down. Whiskey continues to farm. He just has Yasha on the Vanguard. 1,500 gold. That is not a position you want to be in 24 minutes into a game as an anti-mage. Compare that to WWD, who's got Battle Fury, Yasha on top of a BKB. I mean, even the offlane Faceless Void that was going against the anti-mage is sitting here with a Manta and a Vlad's. Oh my goodness, look at the Skywrath Mage. Veil, Aether Lens. And what is that?
This should make my life
Build
easier.
that into. Is it going to be a Rod of Aoi? Maybe? Scans getting used from either side. The important part is that Ritsu Fan Club is going to be able to bring down Roche here. And they should be able to easily push and get at least one set of racks. Of course, if they win that team fight, they're going to get easily 2 sets of racks, and then it's probably just going to be game.
Radiant's top
We got a
tower
smoke here
is
from the
under
Ritsu
attack.
Fan Club. They know that, from Mountain Dew. They know that Ritsu Fan Club just did Roche. So I think that was maybe an aggressive smoke that they were looking for a kill, and then as soon as Roche came down, they were like, well, let's just use it defensively to just avoid them.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
But they're not going to sit around and wait and farm with that Aegis. They're going to come and push right now. And it is the right decision as Joanna jumps in and immediately kills off Alacrity there with an Echo Slam. Of course, it's Yes getting the final attack there as Jonathan jumps in. Chrono's going to land on 2. It's going to get 2 kills inside of it. Whiskey jumps in. He gets locked down as well. And we have 5 heroes all dead on the side of the Dire side. And we do have an immediate disconnect. And the GGs get called. Maybe a little bit of rage there.
Dire's middle barracks are under attack. Dire's middle barracks has fallen. Dire's middle barracks.
Either way, we're going to have the Ritsu Fan Club advancing to the finals. They'll be going up against Agent Flow +4. And the winner of that will take home $100, the bragging rights, the pizza money. Probably the biggest prize and the best prize in all of esports. Once again, guys, I was Niz. Hopefully you're enjoying the cast so far. We do have that one more best of 1 left for tonight. So stick around for that. I imagine we will get started pretty shortly. I saw that Agent Flo is in chat for a bit there earlier on in the game. I'm not sure if he's still around, but either way, he will be ready, I hope, and his team will be ready of 4 other whoever's. It's just Agent Flo +4. They'll be ready to play that final up against the Ritsu Fan Club. But yeah, I'm going to throw it to music. We'll be back in just a bit for the grand finals of the Semi-Pro Cup Series.